Here are the top stories you need to know in Tagum News Central. Improving their craft, Tagum's indigenous peoples undergo livelihood training program. Values formation, ahead of the city's co-hosting of the 2015 Palarong Pambansa, tricycle drivers attend Values Enhancement Seminar. A fresh start, Libuganon residents get home lots. Another news of Tagumpay, Tagum City cited for its efforts in housing program. And going international, Mayor Leon highlights Tagum City's night market program in Thailand. Hello, I am Louis Lapat. Get your news straight and fast, only here in Tagum News Central. Selected members of the Indigenous peoples community of Tagum City engage in a livelihood project that is jointly funded by the City Government of Tagum and the Department of Labor and Employment. This is a result of the grassroots participatory budgeting process where the government allocated some 250,000 pesos for the IP's training on tribal dressmaking and beadworks making. 20% of the total budget is funded by the City Government of Tagum under the leadership of Mayor Alan Relion. The grassroots participatory budgeting process is the national government's intervention in making governance and public resources allocation more responsive to local needs, thus contributing to poverty reduction and inclusive growth. The city, through the Tribal Affairs Office, identified 40 members of the IP community from 4 barangays who will participate in an extensive training which started last January 2015 and will end on February 10 this year. Facilitating the training is the Public Employment Services Office, which also coordinates with other people's organizations that were granted funds through the GPBP. In another news, the local government of Tagum City is pushing to develop good character among tricycle drivers as part of its goal of molding values-oriented community of tricycle drivers ahead of the city's co-hosting of the 2015 Palarong Pambansa this May. A total of 3,150 tricycle drivers completed the half-day Values Enhancement Seminar at Tagum National Trade School as conducted by the Speaker's Bureau Organizing Office headed by Mr. Luis Elario in close coordination with the City Transportation, Franchising and Regulatory Board. The seminar ran for about 6 days, catering 2 batches each day. Topics discussed during the seminar focus on the core values of Filipinos, values enhancement and moral recovery, conflict management, and road courtesies. The Values Enhancement Seminar is still in line with the local government's vision of God-centered and good governance. During the seminar, Mayor Alan Relion highlighted the contribution of tricycle operators and drivers to the city's economy, as well as promoting the city's tourism potentials. Moving on, 8 days into the current year, 46 households from Barangay Libuganon are in for a fresh start as the City Government of Tagum awarded home lots to qualified beneficiaries of home resettlement site in Barangay Libuganon last January 8, 2015. The aforesaid awarding of notices of the award, which was spearheaded by the City Government of Tagum through the Local Housing Board under the chairmanship of Mayor Alan Relion, was welcome news among these identified beneficiaries of the City Shelter Assistance Program, considering that they have been given until January 30 this year to vacate their currently occupied parcel of land. Coincidentally, the soon-to-be vacated lot belonging to the Dawal family is the same parcel of land which was purchased by the City of Tagum for the 3 million peso worth multi-species hatchery project of the City Government and the Department of Agriculture 11, Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. The awarding of the notices of award is a prelude to the awarding of lot titles anytime this year. And for another good news in the city's housing initiatives, the City Government of Tagum was recognized for its efforts in institutionalizing its socialized housing programs. The Housing and Urban Development Coordinating Council lauded Tagum for its sound legislative actions, pragmatic policies, innovative anti-squatting programs and projects, and its effective implementation, which enhanced the capacity of the local government in addressing housing and urban development concerns. The recognition, which was presented by Vice President Jejo Marpinay at the Coconut Palace, the official residence of the Vice President in Manila, was received by Engineer Bernardo Castor, who heads the technical working group of the local housing board chaired by Mayor Alan Relion. For the third time under 10 months, the city government of Tagum was invited to present and defend one of its major programs before the international academic audience. The IALG Best Practices Case Study Writing Workshop was attended by Mayor Alan Relion, which was held January 11 to 14, 2015 at Khon Kaen University in Thailand. Mayor Relion shared the success of the city's night market program to participants from 5 ASEAN nations, namely Myanmar, Cambodia, Indonesia, Thailand, and other participants from the Philippines. A total of 15 farmer associations from the different barangays of Tagum were given 4,500 cacao seedlings by the city government of Tagum to complement the growing demand of cacao in the global market. Mayor Alan Relion, who spearheaded the ceremonial turnover at the City Agriculture Office, called on farmers to propagate the cacao farms in the city in anticipation that this will be one of its major industries soon. Each association received 300 seedlings, which will be planted in barangays of Pandapan, Bingkungan, San Miguel, New Balamban, Kwambugan, Madaum, and Mangkilam. This is still part of the agenda on agriculture of the Relion administration under the Eagle Wings program. And that's your dose of news for this week, January 26 to 30, 2015. For more information about these events, you may check our official website at www.tagumcity.gov.ph. You may also check our other social media accounts, details of which are flashing your screen. Until next time, I am Louie Lapat, delivering news that matter, only here in Tagum News Central.